This week marks a midpoint, not just in the calendar year, but in something much deeper. We're halfway through a universal year 9, a cycle of endings, integration, enlightenment, and a subtle preparation for something new. These midpoints are sacred moments. They ask us to reflect, to take inventory, and gently but honestly ask, what is complete? What is still unresolved? And what must I consciously carry forward? We're now entering Cancer season, with the sun illuminating our inner tides, the place of memory, safety, and emotional imprint. The universal month 6 continues to emphasize themes of care, restoration, and the choices we make in the name of peace. But peace doesn't mean passivity. Sometimes healing means facing what we've kept hidden and letting it speak. This week is tender, but with that tenderness, there is truth. On June 25th, the new moon in Cancer draws us deep into the psyche's internal world. Cancer, ruled by the moon itself, governs theme of home, memory, attachment, emotional security, and the roots of identity. It is the container of the soul's impressions and the protective shell around the most tender truths. This new moon is a potent time for setting intentions around emotional healing, belonging, and internal safety. Rather than rushing into new goals, this lunation encourages a return to the senses, asking, what truly sustains me? What kind of life do I want to feel safe inside? This is an invitation to rewire unconscious attachments and self-protective patterns. What once kept you safe may now be keeping you small. The Cancer archetype teaches that nourishment isn't indulgence. It's a requirement for thriving. Globally, this may stir conversations around family structures, cultural identity, and emotional intelligence. It calls for a deeper care in a world that often prioritizes function over feeling. On June 26th, Mercury enters Leo, shifting mental energy from introspective, emotionally attuned Cancer into bold, expressive, and charismatic communication. This is the voice of the performer, the radiant self, and the heart-led creator. Mercury in Leo speaks with warmth, conviction, and pride, not just to be heard, but to make others feel through resonance. In your personal world, this may amplify confidence in self-expression. You may feel compelled to speak more truthfully, share your ideas with boldness, or articulate your creative visions. But it also requires discernment. Are you speaking to connect or to be applauded? It is a powerful moment to work with the inner child, honoring the voice that was once silenced or dismissed. Let your words be rooted in heart, not just intellect. Culturally, we may see an uptick in bold declarations, artistic movements, or public figures amplifying messages with passion. Just be mindful of spectacle versus substance. In numerology, this is a week 26, which reduces to 8, the archetype of power, manifestation, and mastery. The number 8 holds the wisdom of karma, not as punishment, but a consequence. It brings everything full circle and asks, are your actions aligned with your inner truth? And are you building from integrity or image? This energy can feel confronting, especially as it lands in a universal month 6. There's tension between what you want to create and what you're being asked to take responsibility for. But this is also a potent week for transformation through accountability. Real empowerment never bypasses the work. In your life, this might show up as needing to reestablish boundaries, own your worth, or take decisive action towards a vision that reflects your actual values. not just your ambitions. Let this be a moment where you start aligning and take actionable steps for creating tangible results. This week isn't dramatic, but it's important. Cancer season calls us to emotional truth. The number 8 calls us to responsible action. The Cancer new moon invites new intentions, not only from the heart, but from the soul. And Mercury in Leo gives voice to the truth that's been waiting inside. Midpoints aren't just pauses, they're also pivots. Use this week to listen to what's stirring in your inner world, what needs repair, what needs release, and what is quietly but clearly asking to rise. Let this be a week where you meet your life with maturity and compassion, where power comes not from force, but from coherence, where who you're becoming is shaped by the way you choose to show up right now. This is a time of evolution, and you're also being invited to do it with depth. Tend to the roots, so the future has something real to grow from.